Hi, this is A. Wesley. That ain't even touch it like a TI is. If you like my video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like my channel, please subscribe. This is part 2 of the Joe Budden situation saga. I didn't want the video to be too long on the last one. I left off on the part where I said that Kevin Hart said that Joe Budden didn't handle the situation properly as a leader. Now I'm going to talk about what happened on Monday. I was getting my notes and stuff together to do my video on this subject on Tuesday, but then when Monday came and Olivia Dope came out with these harassment allegations, because I found out from other YouTubers that you're not supposed to use the S word, so I'm not going to use the S word because I don't want any marks on my channel. But anyway, but anyway, at first, when I first heard it, I didn't hear a video. I heard other, like I said, YouTube bloggers who mostly do hip hop content. I said, well, I don't know. When they were saying, well, she came out with harassment charges against Joe Budden. And so I was saying, well, I hope it's just not a person that's jumping on the bandwagon and stuff like that. I say, because I know some people do, they like to kick a person when they're down. So I was kind of giving it a side eye at first. But then when I actually saw the video of Olivia Dope saying saying how uncomfortable she felt on that podcast, and that was her first time doing podcast and podcasting, and from other like I said, YouTubers that are on this, that do content on these on these hip hop subjects. They were saying that she used to be a well-known DJ in the music industry, and she also and stuff like that. And so she did was her first time, I guess, going into podcasting, and like she said in her little video clip, she should have did a much more research, because like she said, other people was telling her, you know, when she mentioned to them that she might be working with Joe Budden, if you want to work with him, and she was saying, well, nah, he seems like a pretty, but like she said, she didn't do a lot of research, so she was just thinking, I don't know, maybe he wouldn't do her like he did other people. And so she went on and worked with him and stuff like that. And she said she gave the time stamps to what everything that she said that happened, as far as him telling her that she's throwing her singleness in his face, and the way she is dressed, wearing that shirt, she don't seem like a single woman, and that he thought they were going to be a power couple, and stuff like that. And he did say, he said that bitch hit the button. And she said, you know, she kind of laughed it off as being a jokey, because she didn't want to, upset the environment and the energy and all the kind of, and all stuff like that. And so she said, and then he got to saying, yeah, any woman I work with, I might want to F her. And so she was saying she felt so uncomfortable and stuff like that. And she was saying she didn't know what to say, and she was kind of traumatized. She said then they went to a break, and then they asked her, did she feel uncomfortable because it looked like she was uncomfortable on the set, and did she want them to cut out certain things in the thing. And so she kind of looked, and then she said, and Joe asked her that too, did you want to have everything cut out? And she said, well, it didn't seem like it was nothing bad. You know, I guess you could leave it in if you want to. That was one mistake on her part. Anyway, so she said she went back and kind of, she said she kind of laughed it off. She kind of laughed it off as a jokey joke, and she was saying by her laughing it off, as a jokey joke, that's the only way that she could handle the situation and stuff like that. And then it was like certain YouTubers were saying, well, yeah, and it's just like, to me, certain YouTubers were saying, yeah, I saw the video clip of the CU of the See Things podcast that they started, and she was laughing off of Kiki Hen like. that's the same way when some people say, well, when people are silent, they agree with a certain thing. No, they're not. People just don't feel like arguing with you. I've been in situations like that too, where I said my point of view and the other person said their point of view, and they still wanted me to be persuaded their way. And when I got quiet, oh, they just assumed that I went their way. That's the same way with this situation. She wasn't really agreeing with it. She was just trying not to interrupt the flow and the energy because they were recording a podcast and stuff. But like she said, she eventually left. And I'm glad she did leave because I did not know that they were trying to base the women's podcast similar to the Joe Budden podcast. And it was like when I saw the See You Thing podcast, I remember that Bridget Kelly girl back in the 90s trying to come out as an artist and a musician. I mean, she had a few things here and there, but I guess she didn't pop off like she wanted to. But I never knew anything about that Mandy girl, but all of them gave a little background on their situation, and she was supposed to be some kind of hip-hop rapper, and all of them had something to do with Rock Nation. And it was like, okay, now I see the correlation in the stuff. So what he was actually trying to do, he was trying to do put on all of his old friends that he worked with from RCA Records and Rock Nation that didn't do so well in the music industry. He was trying to give them a second chance, I guess, as a leader. I guess that's what he thought he was doing, but he went about it all the wrong way. And so when she came out with those things, like I said, when I saw that video, you could tell on her face that every time he said something that was inappropriate or offensive, her eyes would buck. And then it was like one time when they was talking about the situation, and he said he might wanted to F women that he might work with. She kind of looked down and she kind of had her headphones on and she was singing songs and said, "Oh yeah, you like to sing songs and doing stuff and stuff like that." And then when the Mandy girl tried to put Joe in his place and say, "You're not supposed to be calling women a bitch. We can only call excuse my language, I wasn't supposed to say that. We're the only ones that are supposed to be calling each other that word and not you." And so it was like he didn't care. And then it was like she said that they went to another break. And to me, I wouldn't have cared what those women said. I wouldn't have hugged them because I went back and saw the video again. I was saying, well, that part she talking about, whereas he was hugging her and she didn't hug him real tight, he was kind of grinding on her. And when I went back to re-see it last night, he sure was grinding on her. So I'm going to give you all the offenses of her alleged claims of harassment. She does have a good court case if she really wants to take him to court. Offense one was when he said that the clothes that she was wearing, the clothes that she was wearing and was very offensive. Talking about she didn't seem like a single lady. Two, calling all of those women that word, that B word. Three, saying that when he works with somebody, he wants to have a relationship with them. That's three. Four, giving that woman a hug and grinding on that woman. All those situations are called a harassment in the workplace. And that's what he was doing. He was harassing that woman in the workplace, and also he made her work environment be toxic. So she has two, not one, but two harassment allegations that she can have, that she can kind of go to court with if she ever wants to do that. And then some YouTubers said he apologized yesterday. He only apologized to that girl because he was getting heat, just like he did from Rory and Mal. He thought he had got everything calmed down with Rory and Mal, but this right here is something else. So he has to tackle this, and what it is, it's gonna start making YouTubers have to have contracts and have to tell the person that they're working with what they're going to pay them and how much they're going to pay them and stuff like this. So it's like this situation with Joe Budden is going to bring all kinds of legal problems to creators and YouTubers and stuff like that, because you have to let people know exactly what your channel is about and what you're about. And as a woman and a person, you have to let that person know. If you're a woman going on a man's podcast, you have to let that man know that you're not a jokey person. Because I always used to let people know that I'm not a joking person. This is A. Winston. That ain't even tested like a TI is. I am out.